Welcome back to Suppress Nation. Today we got a small little compact 9mm suppressor for you. This comes to us from Wolfpack Armory. This is their Whisper Pickle. It's 3.1 ounces, only 3.5 inches long. It's 1.37 inch diameter. It's fully TIG-welded titanium, and it does have a C-series Cerakote on it. And the blast chamber is threaded at 1.125 by 28, better known as the Alpha thread. So Wolfpack Armory designed the Whisper Pickle to be a small compact carry can, something that you could use in your everyday setup, whether you're putting it in your pocket or you keep it holstered in a small compact pistol. You put it up against a full-size gun. I mean, you're talking probably a full-size gun plus a comp. That's the size that you're getting with this little suppressor. Now, sound-wise, you're definitely going to get a louder sound, but is it going to keep your ears from ringing? Well, that's what we're here to find out today. Stay tuned. So up first, we're going to shoot my shield, 2 rounds unsuppressed. This is a 115 grain Monarch. They designed it to be lightweight enough to where you don't have to run a booster assembly. This does have the direct thread mount here. So we're running on the direct thread mount with the 1/2 inch by 28 threads on all the pistols to see how they all function. We got a 115 grain ammo. We have some 124 grain ammo. We also have some 147s and I believe some 158. So we're going to try in all of them. Just see what they do, see how they function. Now we got the Whisper Pickle on the end. Still a little snappy, but it does put more of the noise down away from you. It's not right here at the gun, but it definitely puts it down range a little bit, but she's still a little snappy with the 115s. Now I'm just going to shoot it fast to make sure it functions well. So there she is on the shield. Everything works fine. We'll try some of the Winchester White Box 115s just for function, and then we'll move into the 124s, and then we'll jump into the subsonic ammo. Now I got the Winchester White Box, 115 grains. Well, let's check and see if it functions well with these. Good to go. All right, now we got some 124 grain Federal American Eagle. Now we got 147 grain Callaway ballistic ammo. Let's see how these do. So not super quiet at all. It does put the noise down there. Ears aren't ringing, they aren't stuffy. But if you're wanting quiet, you're not going to get quiet. But if you're looking for something where you can shoot it and not have your ears hurting, like if you had to dispatch an animal or something outside, 147 grains, completely fine. Now we got some 147 grain Remington. Let's see how these do. Yeah, I'll put my ears back on. Like I said, it's not super loud where it's deafening, but it's definitely louder than what I want to be exposed to for a longer period. So I'll put these on just so. But to me, the Callaway Ballistic's definitely quieter than the Remington. And now we have the Magtech 147s. See how these sound. There you go. So far, she's functioning with everything with the shield. Now, I didn't bring a whole lot of Fiocchi 158s up, so I'm gonna put 3 rounds in real quick to see how she sounds. It says she's still got a snappiness to it before a can that small. If you're using something for everyday carry, self-protection, it's not going to disorient you like it would if you didn't have a suppressor on it, because these things are super loud without a can on it. But that right there makes it where it's bearable to where your ears aren't ringing. But running something like the Whisper Pickle, I believe, is going to be fine outside shooting. If you bring it inside, I think she's definitely going to still ring your ears. Now, before we shoot the Whisper Pickle here on the CZ75B, I want to give a huge thank you to our guys over at Hanson Brothers. They are the biggest supporters of our channel. If you're looking for suppressor accessories, head over to their site, check them out. Use code SuppressNation to save yourself 5% off everything on the site. And if you're here in Virginia and you need NFA transfers, gun transfers, hit them up, tell them Suppress Nation sent you. All right, we got the Winchester 115s, 2 rounds without a suppressor. All right, Winchester 115s in. Now we got the 115 grain Monarch loaded up. Got a a little bit of blowback to the face right there. Felt a little bit of peppering one time with those. Got the Callaway Ballistic 147s loaded up. Like I said, that's noticeably, even with the ears on. I said, still got that pop to it, but it's not deafening. Now we got the Remington 147s loaded up. Again, functioning so far, she's doing good. Now we got the MagTech 147s. Yeah, you can definitely still tell she got a little bit more of a pop than those Callaways. Now we got the Fiocchi 158s. Glock 19X, 2 rounds unsuppressed. Now 5 rounds of the Winchester 115s. Now we got the Monarch 115s. Let's see how these do. Didn't lock back on the last one there. Now for those of you who follow me over on Instagram, you know that I did have an issue with this suppressor before. I want to be upfront about it. The mount here, right there where the wrench flats are, it failed because I mean this is a tiny piece of titanium right here, and where I reckon where they mill it out right here for the wrench flats, it failed right there. It separated, it blew the suppressor down range. No damage occurred to the suppressor, but I did have to wait for them to get me a new mount out. I did have problems with the Glock beforehand. It would not cycle right. So I'm guessing the mount was already failing by the time we got to the Glock. It had a noticeably more pop than the other two had, and it just wouldn't cycle on the Glocks. But now she seems to be running fine that we got the new mount out. Now we got the Callaway Ballistic 147s. Flawless. Remington 147s. And these are the MagTech 147 grain hollow point. Like I said, so far, it's ran flawless with everything. So like I said before with this suppressor and the old mount, I was getting stovepipe after stovepipe before the suppressor blew off. And now with the new mount on it, she's running absolutely flawless with everything. Now we got the 158 Fiocchi. See how these do. You can see those right there always just barely trickle out, but she's running, she's ejecting. I'm happy. Now we got the GHM9 with some 115 grain Monarch loaded up. See how she sounds. So we already know that this gun functions with everything, so I'm not going to waste all the different ammos with it. I want to save that just for the pistols, and I believe we have some more smaller cans coming out that I want to do the same test with. So I'm going to save a bunch of that ammo. So here we go. We got 147 grain Callaway Ballistics. And hear what these things sound like without ears on. Now I'm not going to shoot this all day without ears on, but if I need it for a home defense situation, or if I needed to take care of something outside real quick, I would definitely pop this little joker on and go outside and handle business without any issues whatsoever. Like I said, it does definitely have a noise downrange. Everybody's going to know you're outside shooting, but if you're looking for a K can that's going to be quiet, definitely move up to more of a PCC style can or something that's dedicated to being actually quiet. But for the size of the can, I think they've done a good job getting the sound out of it that they did. Now I got the ZF5 with the Whisper Pickle on the end, 115 grain Monarch. Let's see how she sounds. Did you think we was literally going to use the Zenith without having one failure? Now we got the 147 grain Callaway Ballistic subs loaded up. Let's see how these sound. That was probably by far the best. Like I said, it took, like I said, make sure we don't have nothing left. So by far the best sound performance is with the ZF5, hands down. It put more of the noise down there. Hopefully the microphone can capture what that sounded like. But to me, I mean, I could probably shoot that almost all day long because there was nothing right here at my ear. Everything was down there popping. So I myself have personally never been in a self-defense situation, but I would say having something on the end of the gun that keeps that loud concussion that's coming off of the end of that barrel from ringing your ears and disorienting your brain, I would say would definitely help out. So something that you can keep in your pocket, something that's good. You can run it wet. Maybe we'll do a test like that later on to see how it sounds when it's ran wet. Throw a little Vaseline or something in it. But if you're looking for something just to take the edge off, this does the job at a very small package. If you were looking for something quiet and you're looking for a K-can, don't buy this because it's going to be loud. It's going to be disappointing to you because it still has a nice loud pop to it. But if you're looking for a tiny little suppressor that you can just throw in your pocket and just carry with you everywhere, definitely take a look at the Wolfpack Whisper Pickle. Appreciate you guys watching. God bless.